So my Saturday night was ruined. I troubleshot a washer that wouldn't drain, and I'm going to share with you what I learned about draining and maintaining the drain pump on a high efficiency washer. So in the front of the washing machine, you don't actually have to take the whole washer apart like I did. You can just take, and there's 3 screws. I've done it. I just put one in here just to make it easy. So you take off the screws, remove that front panel. Right here is your drain pump assembly. So you should have one very similar to this. You have the pump, you have an input line, and then you have an input line from the basket, from the wash basket, and this has a filter inside, sort of. Then you have an output line where it drains to outside. This kit tends to get clogged, so you want to open that up every once in a while and pull out what's inside. Where are my pliers? So it's helpful. This thing just screws on and off. So what I did was, it's on there, it's in there kind of tight, obviously, to make it watertight. So I just took a pair of pliers, very carefully because it is plastic, and I unscrewed I've got a bucket here. Obviously I've already done this, I'm just redoing it for the purpose of this video, but I pulled it out to the edge of my stand and I put a bucket underneath because it is going to drain the water that hasn't drained yet. So this unscrews and it comes out, and as you can see there is a filter unit in here, and what comes out, these washers spin at 1,000 RPMs, very high, very fast, very high speed. So things that didn't go through your old washing machine tend to go through here because of the force that they're being spun at. And when I say things tend to go through, I'm talking about, look down here, socks. That sock is shredded. I don't know what that was. I had nails in here. I had a stylus from a DS. It smells worse than it looks, so be prepared for that. If you look inside, you'll see it's pretty nasty in there. It's got typical stuff. But once you should clean that out. If your high efficiency washer is not draining like it should, you'll want to clean this out. And I had a okay. So now we've cleaned it all out. We're going to reassemble it. There's a notch here that has to be on top, and that's how you line everything back up. Otherwise it won't go in exactly right. And again, it's plastic, so be careful that you don't break it. It is really snug in here, and you'll see there's a notch, and it'll stop when it's done. You don't actually snug it in there till it's tight. You match up that notch, and it should be watertight now. So now we should drain properly, and that should save you a few $100 in having a maintenance guy come out and do that. It took 10 minutes once I figured out what the problem was, and once I figured out how to do it, of course, I spent the whole weekend tearing the washer apart and didn't need to. So good luck. I hope this helps, and go Colts.